Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I've been basically fasting, okay? Fasting. For some reason, um, my body is rejecting spiritually meat, okay? Which is a good thing, okay? We need to fast. Fasting is good. Hold on, guys. I'm drinking coconut water. Hold on. Fasting is good. Um, right now I'm just eating some pineapple and watermelon, but I want to talk about a read that I did yesterday. And this read, um, any videos that I do, you guys, is for entertainment purposes, but use true discernment. And I'm going to turn off where people could actually talk, okay? Because what's happening is people are talking on my lives and they're talking some craziness, okay? And I don't have time for that, okay? Um, so and I got minions, okay? Minions on my page, okay? So, anyways, I did a read on Little Tay. Her real name is Carly Claire Hope. Okay. Now, first of all, this is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard. Um, and when I first seen her, the first thing that came to my mind was AI. Okay, AI and hologram. Okay, there was some kind of hologram used in one of her videos. Okay, now my question is, if she is alive, one, why haven't they did a welfare check on her or her brother? Because there was allegations about the brother passing. Okay, now I was looking into the past, present, and future. Okay, her home life is not good. Okay, if you go back to my video yesterday, her mom's scared to be in poverty. Okay, her mother and her brother. Okay, so they're using her for financial gain. Okay, now also I looked at the father's dynamic. Okay, he showed up as a wealthy man. Okay, and he also showed up with life insurance policies. Okay, just saying, right? Um, so allegedly, I don't believe a lot of these news outlets. I believe more people on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter than I believe in a lot of these news channels because they push out this propaganda. Okay, so TMZ, okay, stated Little Tay is not dead. Claims social media was hacked. Okay. Also, when they did the GoMe fund, was for financial gain. Okay, financial gain. So whoever donated to the GoMe fund actually got scammed. Okay, this was a scam. Okay. How this girl began to get in the public eye. What really bothers me the most is that one where she was being scripted to speak. Okay, that one thing right there bothered me out of everything. So is she, if she is safe, then why hasn't anybody visit her? Why hasn't they made an announcement? Her publicly, okay? If she's really alive, okay, may I say, if this girl is really alive and her brother, then they need to show their face. Okay, to the world. Okay, publicly, if they're really alive. Okay. Um, if not, I'm not bleeding. I'm not believing none of this bullshit. And I'm gonna call it what it is. It's bullshit. You smell shit, it's shit. Okay. Teen rapper Little Tay says she's alive after reports of death. But if she's saying this, why isn't she coming and showing her face? Why isn't the brother showing his face? Okay, think about it. if somebody is truly alive, okay, I'm alive and I'm speaking and you see me, you see my face, and you can obviously know I'm not an AI, okay, because you know what AIs look like, okay, or if I'm speaking through a hologram, okay, because some of these people that we actually see that come down our feeds are AIs. Some of these people we see come down our feeds are holograms, okay, holograms. In one of her videos, she's speaking through a hologram. And the first thing I was picking up psychically, first thing was AI. Okay, AI. So think about that. Okay, she's been out of the spotlight for how long? Okay, and then the ex-manager blames death of the Daily Beast, Little Tay's cryptic Hawking's ex-manager blames death hoax on her brother. I mean, the manager's even messy, may I say. Okay, what does he have to gain from this? Okay, how do we even know it was her brother? Okay, because obviously whoever was scripting her to say what she's saying, how do you know it was the brother? We heard a masculine, but how do we know? We didn't see the brother sit beside her. Okay, people were saying it was the brother and they were slamming the brother, but how do you know it was the brother? Okay, you never seen the person's face, you only heard their voice. Okay, so how do we know all this scams and hoax is not the manager? Okay, how do we know all these scams is not the father and the mother involved for financial gain? Okay, because think about it. Why would you put a child in the spotlight and then take a child out of the spotlight? And then the father said that he didn't want her in the spotlight, but she was in the spotlight. So how did you not want your child in the spotlight? And you're a lawyer, may I say, and you could have just took her out of the spotlight, but you didn't do that because you were getting financial gain. Okay, you were making that much as a lawyer. So my question is, if she's alive, show your face. Okay, show your face. When I smell bullshit, that's what I'm smelling, bullshit. Okay, shit. Okay, so the scam for the GoMe fund is interesting because when I did the cards, okay, was it really her brother? Okay, because the main mail came out. Okay, go back to my reading on her. Okay, there's a couple mails that came out. The wealthy man, the main man, and then there was another man. Okay, so my question is, everybody from this little girl has something to gain. Okay, now I was reading something where people were feeling like there was some trafficking, underlying trafficking involved. What was interesting was when I was pulling her energy, the first thing I heard was the birds. Okay, first thing. And I didn't know if I should proceed. Okay, and I proceeded. Okay. And then I seen, this is interesting because somebody commented about trafficking. Okay. But Wasney stepped forward and he has crossed. He's gone. XX Sustention. Okay. Now, I want to bring it back to XX Sustention because he keeps coming forward. Okay. The day XX Sustention was murdered in, let me look him up. Because I don't know a lot about these rappers. Okay. Now, XX Sustention, he's known as, I don't even know how to say his name. Just saw Dwayne Ricardo. He was an American rapper, and he was born on January 23rd of 1998 in Plantation, Florida. Okay. He died June 18th of 2018 in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Okay, there was, I think, 3 people was arrested in his murder. That same day, on June 18th, step forward, Extension. That that day, he was supposed to fly her, little Tay, and the mother to Florida. Okay, they did not show up. And the reason why they're saying they didn't show up that day is because the father won't let her go. And it doesn't make sense because he let her go with a lot of other rappers. But Estechion is telling me that he was actually trying to protect her. This is very interesting. Okay, he wasn't trying to exploit her, he was trying to protect her. Okay, and he's stepping forward. Okay, he's crossed over. Okay, he's gone. Okay, so it's interesting. It says what happened to Extension. Okay, so let's go and see. It's actually a video, and it's interesting because people were charged for the murder of him. Okay, there was 3 men that have been sentenced because that's what he kept saying. 3 men. Okay, was sentenced to life in prison for killing rapper Extension during a robbery. In daylight, you guys, pure daylight. Okay, so is there a connection between his death? Think about it. And we see a lot of people taking a rap for a lot of other people that they didn't even, like Martin Luther King, the guy that killed Martin Luther King. Just saying, okay, he didn't kill Martin Luther King, but he took the rap for killing Martin Luther King. Okay, what is his name? Oswald, whatever his name was. A lot of people have been taken out, and the people that actually were charged was not the people that actually did it. Now, were they paid to hire? Who knows? Okay. I'm gonna go back to hip XX Extension. Now and he was murdered. Okay, Martin Luther King was murdered, and the guy that got charged was a white man. But I see a file on him. A file on him. Martin Luther King. I mean Martin Luther King. Malcolm X. There's files, FBI, CIA files, with their names on it. John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy. You got a lot of stuff out here smoking mirrors. And this is for entertainment purposes, but use discernment. Even, was it Robert Kennedy or John F. Kennedy's son? Grandson? On the plane? What really happened? But let's talk about, so if this girl's really alive, she needs to show her face. If the brother's really alive, he needs to show his face. Because obviously the brother's grown. So what does he have to hide? And I smell bullshit. Okay? Straight bullshit. So Extension died. And you know, it's interesting because I did see a video with Extension, and I seen his past life. What was very interesting is who he was in his past life. Okay. And then how he came into this lifetime. Okay. It was very interesting. The way he talked, and how he got in the industry. See, a lot of people get in this industry, you guys, and they have a true gift. True gift. Singing, dancing, models, you know. And they get in this trap. Okay, it's a trap. It's a mental trap, seriously. Um, and then people are charged for the death, and some, just like what's name? What's his name in California? We got Tupac, we got Biggie. Who else we got? I mean, we got a whole damn list. Just saying. You know, when you talk about anything about political, okay, when you step over that boundary, okay, there's going to be a file, okay. But Extension keeps coming forward. So, and it's interesting because before his crossing, he was supposed to fly Tay, little Tay and her mother in. Okay. And the craziest thing is because he keeps coming forward, um, little Tay paid tribute to rapper XX Extension to final. She paid tribute to him um in the final post before her alleged death. So that's kind of interesting. Why would this little girl pay homage? Little Tay paid tribute to rapper XXXTentacion in the final post before her alleged death. This was 1 day ago. So this would have been on the Lionsgate. Why would she pay homage to somebody that crossed over? And what he's showing me is he was trying to protect her. But from who? Who was he trying to protect her from? He had pure intentions. He didn't want to be with this little girl. He was trying to protect her. This is what he was trying to do. So, who really set up XXXTentacion? Because obviously we've seen a robbery in daytime, real time. And I don't know if he was showing his location, okay? But my question is, there was 3 people charged, but this says it says in the mirror. It's called the mirror. The mirror said Little Tay paid tribute to rapper XXXTentacion in her final post before her alleged death, but she has not appeared on any television show saying she's alive. Neither has her brother. And then we have a manager that's saying that her brother's doing this for money. Okay, I seen the theft there. Okay, I did see that, but the theft could be many things. The theft could be the innocence of her. Okay, the theft could be a physical theft. Okay, when you look at the theft card in tarot, it could be an actual theft, somebody stealing from you, or somebody using you. Okay, that's how I read it. Okay, but it's interesting. So, did she know? Did her mother and her brother? Okay, just saying. Did they know he was going to be taken out? What did XXXTentacion knew about Little Tay? Okay, because obviously she didn't fly out that day with her mother, but she went other places with other celebrities. But why not June 18th of 2018? So is there a connection there? I believe there is. Okay, I believe there is a connection there. Because soon as I was pulling her energy, he was coming forward. Okay. And I seen a video with him. It's very interesting. He's very deep, very, very deep. His past life, and the symbol that he has on his forehead is very interesting. Okay. Because I actually could see his past life. In his past life, he was a warrior. Okay. He was a warrior. In his past life. A true warrior. Okay. And then he came back in this life. And The dynamic between him and his mother is interesting because him and his mother was in the past life together too. XXXTentacion. Okay. And they had to come back in this lifetime. This is what happens when you don't heal the cycles. You come back in with the same repeated cycles. Okay. This is like a, think of it like you and what I see, okay, so let me see what I'm seeing here. So his mother and him in past lives, they both played a role in each other's life. Then they came into this lifetime almost with the same role. Okay, but he was betrayed in the last lifetime. XXXTentacion was betrayed in the last lifetime and in this lifetime. Okay. So a lot of things out here, yes, are smoke and mirrors. But why would this girl, Little Tay, pay tribute to a rapper, XXXTentacion? She sent a message, if she is alive, okay, which I smell bullshit here, okay? I believe there is a connection between Little Tay and XXXTentacion. Because this is what he's showing me. There's a connection here. And he's saying all he wanted to do was protect her. Okay. That's it. Protect her from the freaking Holly weirdos. Okay. So it's interesting because somebody did comment, why is this little girl even around these grown men? And why didn't nobody go visit and do a well check on her? Okay, if this abuse was going on. Okay, I smell bullshit. I smell the GoMe fund is bullshit. It is the biggest scam. Okay, they scam people out of their money. Then but I'm really starting to believe that there is decoded messages that were being sent out. Okay. Yeah, he's saying decoded messages. Wow. I'm trying to see if he's telling me anything, if I get anything else from XXXTentacion. It's interesting because I don't feel like, see, a lot of people cross over, but some souls are not at rest. Now I wonder if they're going to put a connection, because there's 3 people in jail right now for the charge of his murder, and we've seen it on camera in daylight. But was there somebody behind this? And why was he taken out? I feel like there was more to this robbery. A lot more. Because he, in some videos, I mean, if you listen to him in some videos, I mean, he was speaking straight knowledge. He was speaking some deep knowledge here, wisdom, because he had wisdom in his past life, but he was betrayed by his own mother in his past life and in this life for entertainment purposes. But he had to come back in, and they haven't healed that trauma between the mother and XXXTentacion. But there's some kind of connection here with XXXTentacion and this girl Little Tay. Okay, I don't know a lot about him. I just seen one video and he was talking about and I might even play it. I don't know if I can play it because I might get copyrighted. So why would she pay tribute? I'm going to do another video on this. Why would she pay tribute to Little Tay's Okay, the insider, Little Tay's last Instagram before um, her death, tribute to XXXTentacion. That's bizarre. Okay, this is very bizarre. XXXTentacion Estates released new song "I Am Not Human" on the 5th anniversary of rappers XXXTentacion. So she's saying "I am not human." The first thing I got when I seen this girl, I've never even heard this girl, was the first thing I picked up was AI. Okay. So I don't know how they do all this technology with AI. Okay. Um, I'm like, was she somebody that was just made up? Because this is the energy I was feeling. I was feeling like she was straight AI, um, and she looked real. I mean, whoever, if she is an AI, whoever made her, or this whole situation, they're damn good. Okay, they're good. Okay, just like a Jamie Foxx being cloned, he don't look the same, but she looks real as hell. Okay, just saying. But you can see some AI there. That's the first thing I picked up psychically. AI. The girl wasn't even real. It was an AI. Everything was staged. I'm starting to believe a lot of shit out here is staged, you guys. Okay. Because when you smell bullshit, you smell bullshit. Okay. A lot of stuff out here is staged. A lot. Okay. Um, because they want to energetically, they want us to feel sad. They want to cipher our energy by our emotions. This is why I don't give them no goddamn, I don't give nobody no my emotions. Okay. My emotions is for me, my children, my grandchildren. Anybody else is not getting my emotions. Okay. I have empathy. I have compassion. But this is how they harvest these elites' energy. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't clone XXXTentacion because they would have made money if they cloned them. Okay. Or they took his consciousness out of him and put it in somebody else. I wouldn't be surprised because this is what they do. And he was talking some straight knowledge. Okay. Wow. There is a video he did. It is so profound, and it's on hold on. They have cloned so many people. But this girl looks like this. First thing I got was, and then I think he talks about him being a let me see if I can find that video on him. Because I actually wanted to do a read on him a long time ago when I first started my channel. Let me find the interview on him. He did an interview. It was so profound, you guys. It was like he knew what was to come. And that tribal tattoo he had here, he had that in a past life. Okay. Because some things that we do in this lifetime, because some things we do in this lifetime, we have done in our past lives. So when we come reincarnated back in, we do the same things. Okay. And that tattoo he had in the past lifetime. Okay. I'm feeling like Egyptian. Okay. It's interesting because the tattoo that he has, the Beta Jews have. Okay. So this is an interview he did. Hold on. Because every time I bring up Little Tay, he's coming forward. This is interesting. And I don't see this much where other celebrities come forward for other celebrities. Like he's coming forward. Just like Celine Dion, if she's alive, why don't they show her face? They're saying she's still alive. Okay, so XXXTentacion. I feel like there's more to his story. Let me find that interview. That interview is so deep, and it was the only interview that I actually seen on him. And I wanted to do a read on him so bad because he says he's not even human. It's interesting. And there's another Florida boy that says he came from a laboratory. So I'm just like, and he even said his number, okay, from a damn laboratory, okay. And at first, when you hear him, you're gonna think he's batshit crazy, but is he really batshit crazy? Was he cloned? Okay, this is in his own words. Hold on. And then a lot of people were saying Drake took him out.
Like, where's Waldo? That's all I want. I want to, like, where's Waldo? Nobody's gonna know where I am. Nobody's gonna know what I'm thinking. And I want to make this like as trivial as possible. I'm actually really grateful for the fact that I was arrested at this point in time because it made me more serious about what I'm doing, and it really opened my eyes to what's going on around me, and it kind of showed me that life is much bigger than myself. And I've been able to experience such great things with this arrest, and even pre-arrest, I've been able to experience such supernatural things. There's going to be a whole story to tell. There's going to be a whole book to what I'm going to be able to teach, and my whole
Okay, he said he was going to write a book. Okay. And he did some jail time, but something changed him. Something truly changed him. Let me play this. So was he taken out because he was going to write a book? Everybody's taken out because they're getting ready to tell the truth. Okay. But who was this book about? Okay, this is interesting. Now he does talk about Drake a lot. Okay, Drake. Um,
my whole adventure in life in itself. Mainly, as of now, like I said, my mind is kind of evolving. My whole perspective on life has kind of changed within a short amount of time. Um, I definitely am very disappointed with how I presented myself in my No Jumper interview. It actually was my first ideal interview. I don't even like being on camera. That's why I have no music videos or anything like that. I tried my best from a premature standpoint to a perspective to properly portray myself. I don't want to use my past as an excuse, and that's not what I intend to do. And I just want to make that very clear before I even cover that. My views on life are really, 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 really fucked up and weird. But I was born, like I said, I was born feeling very, very lost, and I always felt different. Initially when I was very quiet, like it's actually quite contradicted to my career because I was really quiet when I was growing up. I was very, very, very quiet, like on the younger years of my life, and I was very observant. So initially, I was very mentally tortured. I like to say I felt mentally, but tortured by myself, not by the people around me. Just tortured mentally by myself. Just due to the fact that I kind of hated myself. I hated my mind. I hated being stuck inside of my mind, and it only grew. It only grew, so it created this big warfare within my head, and I did anything that I possibly could to stay out of my head. So I started looking for basically happiness in other people, and ideally became addicted to seeking out relationships or love for that matter. When I had no love for myself, like I want to make it, like I want to really fully take advantage of the mystery and let it be what it is. And I feel like the more I leave that to the people that are listening to my music, then they become thoroughly addicted. I want people to fully make me their heroine. I want to literally be the oxygen that these kids breathe.
so what's interesting is he's talking about how he changed. Okay, he was a quiet boy, very observant, like some of our sons out here. But he didn't love himself. When you don't love yourself, what happens is you're easily manipulated. That trickster energy, that magician energy, that devil energy. Okay, trickster, true trickster. Okay, may I say? There was an interview he did. I'm trying to find it. That wasn't the interview. There was another one. Um, he basically had a stolen life. Okay, his life was stolen from him, taken away. Um, they did a documentary. I haven't seen it, but I'm just trying to find this one video. So what he's saying is, when he showed himself to the world the first time, okay, was he cloned? I don't know. Okay, a lot of these rappers are talking about they're being cloned. Okay, a lot of them. Um, and I don't really hear about that much. I see the AIs. Um, but if anybody ever seen some white clone rapper on here, a white person that was cloned, comment, because obviously I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing the black rappers being cloned. But why is this? Even the black man in Hollywood being cloned. I don't think I've ever seen one white Caucasian. Well, I've seen them clone the AIs that are coming down my feed, but I'm saying as um in the music industry. Why is it just targeting the rappers? Now we didn't see this in the 90s, okay? Um they just took them out, okay? They weren't being clones. Well, okay, because think about it. Tupac was alive and they would clone Tupac, how much money they could make off of Tupac or Biggie Smalls. They wasn't cloning them, okay? Um, wow. But it's him and another Florida rapper that say that they were cloned. It's interesting. Even who else was it? Kanye West was saying he was cloned. So it's like, were they cloned? Okay, and the part of their consciousness is still there. Their soul, their spirit. Okay, and this is what we're seeing, and it brings me back to the movie um, Get Out. Get Out. There was something that Biden said, you guys, that I was almost knocked over. The Pope. Okay, he said something so profound to the Pope. The Pope that's a Pope now, when he greeted him. Okay, I need to find that. I was shocked what I heard. Okay. Um, it was profound if you really listen to what he said, and it was just a sentence. Okay. So what's really going on out here? And then I cloned Tyrone. So Jamie Foxx was telling people what was going on out here. And he wound up cloned. Because they can make money off of them if there's clone. But in the 90s, some rappers weren't cloned. They were just taken out. Tupac, Biggie. I can go on Heavy D. Ooh, a lot of them. And some of their deaths were Heavy D. I don't know if they said it was natural causes. I mean, it's just crazy. The madness and craziness that I'm seeing um in this Holly weirdos. Okay. Um, but I'm not gonna stay on this too long. But he's stepping forward, and it's interesting. He's stepping forward for this girl. Okay, so um, if she's alive, like she says she's alive, then she needs to step forward. She needs to show her face. If her brother's alive, he needs to show his face. Okay. Um, but I feel like there's a connection between XX9, X Extension, sorry, and Little Tay. There's a connection there. Okay. I might have to do a psychic read, okay, with the shouts to find out the connection, because every time I talk about her, he comes forward, okay, and it's like when I'm seeing him, he's so quiet, but he's speaking softly. This is interesting, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I might have to do a video on him and the connection with Little Tay. Okay. So I might have to do a video just of a XX Extension psychic video, and then do a number two on the connection between him, because I just want to pull his energy. His eyes were very dark, you guys, very, very dark. Um, and he said it, he felt like even going in, this is how they get caught up in this celebrity world, okay? Um, they go in, they have a dream, a true dream to be an artist. They have a true gift, a true talent, right? And they become exploited in some kind of way, okay? Um, and I told you guys about, there was a meeting one time, okay? I think this was in the 90s. DMX, okay? DMX is saying his name. They all want to talk. I can't talk to all of them, okay? DMX is coming forward. Wow. This is really strange right now. Okay, so whew, okay. So there was a meeting, okay? Now this was in the 90s, and they were all supposed to meet at this house. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm being shown. And when they got there, they said that they need to change the way they put the music out. This is interesting because music has frequency, you guys, okay? Um, and if you think about it, the rap from the 90s, there was a message of how people were actually living. There was a story, right? So they had this meeting. This is what I'm being shown. Being shown this beautiful house. People are pulling up in nice cars, and they get into this meeting, and this a rapper talks about this, and I'm actually seeing this in the spiritual realm, okay? And I'm not gonna say the rapper's name, okay? But he talks about this, and they go to this meeting, and they tell them they have to change, and the people that are running it behind the curtain, okay, the ones we can't see, okay, um, are saying you have to make this music differently. Okay, you have to like you know how they be saying the beat the you know they're black women or bitchs or women in general is more violent. Okay, think about it. How it changed from the 90s. Okay, it's more violent, and then they got paid for this. So you got people in the prison system, and DMX is showing me the prison system. Wow. Okay, speak DMX. I got DMX coming through. You guys, this is crazy. Okay. So what he's saying is to dumb down the community, and he's showing the African American community. Um, all these people are connected to the music industry and the prison system. You guys, I cannot make this up. Okay. And a couple, I think it was two of them walked out the meeting. He's showing me two of them walked out the meeting and said they're not doing this. And they all had to sign a contract. Okay. And the people that are in there, they're in suits. Okay. These are Caucasian men. Okay. They never even met some of these men. Most of them didn't even know who these men were. This is interesting. Okay. So it was interesting. I think it was like DMX is telling me how he's showing me something. Before DMX crossed out, he did a video and he was talking about God. Okay. Now, if you see in the rappers, you don't hear them talking about God. But he was finding God. And you could tell he was getting clean because his face, he was fatter, he was healthier. I'm talking about DMX. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, because he's coming forward. So I'm gonna, but I'm definitely gonna do a read on X Extension because I feel like there's a connection. I know there's a connect. I know for sure there's a connection between X Extension and Little Tay. There's a connection there. What's the connection? But I need to just do one on X Extension and then do another one of the connection between X Extension and Little Tay because there's a connection there. Why does she keep talking about X Extension? What is the message that we're supposed to receive? Okay. This is interesting. Okay. Um Now people are saying that what's name had a hit out on X Extension. Um Drake. Okay, Drake had a hit out on X Extension because I think was he still in his music or something? I don't know. And then he talks about how there was an interview where he said he sold his soul. Okay, let me play this, and then I'm definitely going to read about him.
X is the complete opposite. X desires control, controversy, wealth. X has desires. Just like before I had no desires. Before now, nobody gave.
Okay, I'm going to come back on and do a read on X Extension, and I want to do a part 1, and I'm going to do a part 2. So I'll be back on. Love and light, ashe, ashe.